indiscipline and irresponsibility. These measures taken by the police will restore confidence in the people, and that means you cannot get away with every act, regardless of who you are. And that means nobody is above the law. It's good seeing the Nigerian police force discipline erring officers.
So, Barumu Group of Punch Task Force meets as Amoteco, Police Titans, Southwest boundaries.
Well, Amotekin is a regional policing, a kind of community policing in the southwest, and I feel they are performing because you hear more of them in the news, their successes and the rest of it in the news compared to other community policing in other regions. And I feel since the almost all the states have now agreed on the creation of state police, I feel the process should start almost immediately because every state has its peculiarity, every state has its challenges. The criminal element in Southwest, their mode of operation is different from the criminal element in the Northeast and the rest of it. So I feel there is need for that local and community policing. So the process of establishing the state police, I feel it should begin with immediate effect.
Muna fata a budget namu na 2025 abubuwa su daidaita tun da komai a fili yake. PDP differs as a favorable accuses local government chairmen, local government chairs of 12 billion naira diversion. Page 7.
You know, Edo State recently has been in the news since their election last year. There has been a lot of allegation and counter allegation from the PDP and the APC. We all know the local government chairmen are of PDP extraction and the governor is of APC, and they are elected local government chairman and the governor is of APC extraction. I feel that's the underground reason for all this back and forth. The governor is accusing the local government chairman of diversion of funds for party activities and the rest of it that led him to write letter to the House of Assembly that led to their suspension. And now the parliament at the local government level are now removing the local government chair and making themselves acting local government chairman. So it's a kind of logjam, and I feel politicians will always be politicians. In the end, it's the masses, it's the people that matter. So in the whole lot of this APC accusation and PDP accusation, I just hope that governance will be delivered to the people of Edo State.
Amen. So, romance scam. Two US-based Nigerians face 40-year jail term. Page 4 and 5. So, yes, say
You want me to say something about it?
Ya kamata ka ce wani abu mana, saboda ka san kowa yana ciki.
But romance scam has been there for a while now, and I feel that's why people should investigate, do a background search of the person you are going out with. You should know the person, know his background, know what he's into, because the cases is becoming too frequent that someone will just come flash as someone that is not, and before you know, you swindle your money or your assets. So people should pay attention to someone you are dating or someone you are having any kind of romantic relationship with. You should not be carried away by the peripherals. You should do your own background check and the rest of it. And I feel with that we'll have less cases of people scamming people in the name of relationships.
Okay. Forex allocations for fuel imports rise to 1.25 billion. That's page 22. 2026.
That's the punch, right?
Uh, Northern elders, governor maintain opposition as senators lobby. It's true.
I feel it's still regarding this tax reform bill sent by the president. They are now proposing that VAT from 7.5 should now go to 10%. And I feel at this material time that Nigerians are crying, people are groaning, finding it extremely difficult to afford basic commodities. I feel there should be no increment in any tax whatsoever. Yeah, there are other things that are good in the tax reform bill, but the increment of VAT, that's consumption tax, once you increase VAT, the prices of commodities will move higher. And now that people are complaining that they cannot afford basic commodities, and it's obvious because prices have skyrocketed, I feel there's no need of any form of increment in VAT.
So, last but not least, threat to life. Atiku, Labour Party, Capet Tinubu, APC, Lampost Obi. It's true.
Uh, as I've said earlier, politicians will always be politicians. It's Felix Muko, the publicity secretary of APC, came out saying Obi have crossed the line and the rest of it. Obi supporters and other opposition leaders felt they were threatening the life of Peter Obi, that is anti-APC government and the rest of it. You hear people like Atiku coming out to speak out, that people should be allowed to express their voices, most especially those voices that is not in tune with the government policies and programs. Well, in the end, politicians will always be politicians. We just hope they have the interests of the Nigerians at heart, not because you're not in government today, you attack every policies and programs, even those that seems to be working. And also, the government of the day also should not be perceived as attacking opposition personalities. I feel people should have the right to express themselves, express their opinion, and the rest of it.
Duk dai abubuwan bai wuce a kan zaɓen da za a gudanar da shi shekarar 2027.
Definitely,
Fatan mu dai
that is
kawai
just
in an tashi
about 2027 elections.
mu samu shugaba mai kyau. Ina ga lokaci ma yana hararen
Yes, I feel we will be rounding up for today. Thank you for staying with us. Join us tomorrow, same time, same station, for another edition of the Breakfast Show. From us, it's
Good Friday.
have a nice day.